Disney trying to be whimsical in the face of a very strong possibility that people are wishing on stars for the resurrection of their past loved ones, only to have them trapped in the nether region between two planes of existence, and giving me enough time to think about that during the 40 seconds of logos. Also, the electric bill at this castle.
Welcome, foolish mortals.
Haunted Mansion-eration.
Excuse me, bartender, can I get a drink? Oh, okay.
Not so much that you are being ignored, as much as the customer in front of you is also awaiting service and you don't know how bars work.
You can have mine.
No one in their right mind is gonna take that drink.
Maybe we could share it.
Holy shit!
I'm currently working on a formula to map dark matter by combining the structures we already have in place with what we're learning from quantum mechanics.
Nerd!
Look, I can sneak you out the back.
Oh, they'll follow me.
They'll follow you out the back of the bar where they shouldn't be allowed to go? It's really more on Joe Coy, the bartender, than it is on Ben, the tour guide. Johnny Dangerously's Mary Lou Henner bringing the kind of horny villain energy to Carol Tourist that is appreciated but completely unnecessary. Luckily for U-Haul, Gabby chose the GPS setting that required her to drive this product placement through every neighborhood in New Orleans.
This is an historical walking tour.
Taking a walking tour in New Orleans during the daytime where there's more humidity than actual air. It can't be set in New Orleans if there isn't a brass band playing at a funeral cliche. No one will be seated as Travis gets scared by the spooky open doors.
Pumpkin, what's wrong?
Seeing this house and thinking this is a serious question.
Hey, I'm gonna light a vanilla candle, and it's gonna be a game changer.
It will not. Vanilla candles are never a fucking game changer.
What kind of psychopath just enters someone's house, huh?
Santa Claus.
One man's monster is another man's great Halloween costume.
Coming this Halloween to a party city near you, abusive drunk father. The kids will love it.
Now you're giving walking tours? That's like having Michael Jordan play baseball.
Having Michael Jordan playing baseball references in films released in 2023. That's like, well, it's like having Michael Jordan play baseball.
Then what's the harm in just, you drive an hour north, you snap a few pics with the ghost camera.
How is proving the existence of ghosts at the Dollar General in Folsom, Louisiana going to help in this situation? Ben must sift through a pile of sentimental shit to find his camera because emotional context works just as well as mothballs.
So look, I got this.
Oh, great. They're doing that thing where she thinks he is proposing because he kneeled, but he's not actually proposing. He's just an idiot.
Of course. Dead battery.
What, did you think the damn thing ran on quantum hopes and quantum dreams?
Wait! I should warn you before you step inside the house.
I get that Gabby is trying to not only save herself from these hauntings, but also her kid. But it's still pretty fucked up she willingly lets people get trapped in the house with her. We're supposed to like Gabby, right? But also, what exactly are the rules here? Do you actually have to touch the floor before you are stuck being haunted? Or do you just have to cross the threshold of the door? And how exactly would Gabby know minute details like that unless she has tested several hypotheses with several people? And I have to ask once again, we're supposed to like Gabby, right?
We sleep in here. For some reason, it's just safer here.
Despite what Hoobastank would have us believe, the reason is not you. Unless you happens to be a script based on a theme park ride. Then the reason is you. And you are also the reason for this sin. You!
In your line of defense, do you have action guy?
Ben will show Travis an action guy action figure later in the movie, but it has zero bearing on anything. So, not sure why we have to sit through not one, but two scenes of action guy nonsense. But welcome to Haunted Mansion, the movie.
Oh, it's like Abuelita with the chancla.
I'm surprised that with all the IP that Disney owns, they couldn't find a subtle reference to, I don't know, like a Pixar film or something. It's a real shame. I still can't figure out if Ben thinks that Gabby is actually buying the camera trickery or he just doesn't give a shit. But either way, I'm having a hard time liking either of these characters. Think I might prefer the ghosts.
It's really only after midnight.
So why exactly did Gabby choose to have Ben come over to document everything before midnight?
Okay, let's try now without the flash.
Warner Brothers spitballing their plans for the DCEU somehow makes it into the script.
Right on time.
Gabby has managed to forecast the exact moment of Ben's return based upon what? The oddly specific time it takes to haunt someone into submission?
You need an exorcist.
We tried that.
But they haven't really tried it because Kent isn't a real priest. Now, even though Gabby doesn't know this, Kent does. And he absolutely should have tried to track down a real exorcist when he found out the ghosts were legit. The only practical reason this hasn't happened is that the movie is saving this reveal for a twist that will have almost no effect on the story.
Make it a fair fight.
Why are we talking about fighting ghosts?
Because bustin' makes me feel good?
It's time to assemble the dream team.
After learning about life inversion, they will now montage to Stevie Wonder's Superstitious, as if the movie somehow thinks it's Ghostception 11 and needs its heroes to assemble a crew to execute a transcendental pincer. But they never even attempt to put a bank within another bank.
Psychic. I did find one within our price range. She's been doing readings at bar mitzvahs. but gets a very solid Yelp score.
No such thing as a solid Yelp score. You get a perfect Yelp score or you don't. It's like being excited about a B cinema score or someone inviting you over to their house to play Yahtzee.
Baby's gotta be home before dark.
Every horror movie since 1976 has to have unrelenting bullies in it because Stephen King wrote a book, I guess. Also, the movie has gone out of its way to make this house look like it is in the middle of nowhere. But now, because they need to establish bullying as a problem, there's suddenly a neighborhood worth of kids around that chase him up the driveway on the regular.
People used to eat here.
Considering Harriet is a legit psychic, and we've already seen that she is, her continuing to act like she's a hack makes zero sense.
Isn't this great? I mean, I've been dying to go to this place for 60 years.
Then why hasn't he? It's been sitting there this whole time, and for at least a little while was vacant and up for sale. Bruce has had all the opportunity to visit the Haunted Mansion. Also, what has happened to all the other people who have recently entered the mansion? Did the realtor never enter the house? Were there no curious kids daring each other to go inside or using it as a place to get high? And what about the movers that Gabby hired? All those people are just fine getting haunted at their own residences and never coming back?
You cannot come.
I need to come.
Let the man come! But more importantly, never enter a haunted house without consent or protection.
You didn't tell me that these ghosts be following people.
And they continue to trick people into this house. It is incredibly fucked up. It should be much more of a hurdle for their friendship at the end of the movie than it ends up being. How many goddamn blankets and sheets did Gabby bring with her?
These papers say what happened in this house.
Yes, kids, news position did in fact used to be printed on paper, and it was distributed every day on a street corner for a small fee by Christian Bale.
This is a letter from William Gracie to Madame Leota, asking her to come to his seance room.
I see no mention of a room in this letter, seance, champagne, or otherwise. Having a secret door that opens this stupidly. Pulling the sconce down would have made more sense. Did you just make me side with Owen Wilson? God damn it, Haunted Mansion. Throwing this match was and will always have been a terrible idea.
The only thing available to us is this French vanilla Yankee candle.
Not being grateful for the fact that it wasn't the Mantown Yankee Candle.
We're sorry. Please do get peaceful again.
Using the Western world's post-colonialism tagline.
Spirits, I come here with good intent.
I mean, she doesn't have a grapefruit, so it's possible she's telling the truth, but I've been hashed enough over the years to not take her on her word.
My wife.
You were the grieving spirit.
Harriet has brought up the grieving spirit thing a few times, and this is supposed to be a dun-dun-dun moment when we learn that it's Ben who's grieving. However, we've known this whole time about his dead wife, and you're telling me there are 999 spirits in this house, but Ben is the only one that's grieving? I find that neither interesting or believable.
I'm curious why a man his age was riding a chair down a main road.
But you are, however, not curious why a standard chair was able to move down a main road by itself? Interesting. Discount Ned Plimpton.
Good that she's not here. She's at peace.
Or she's just at another haunted mansion. But for the love of all that is good in this world, please don't ever let there be another haunted mansion.
But I believe that souls can send signs from the region beyond.
And even though that detail has nothing to do with the current problem we are dealing with, I figured you will need to know it for no specific reason later on in the movie.
My father passed away, and he loved model trains.
Was he able to have the model train skip?
I'm going to cover us with some morning prayers.
Just want to point out again that we're going to find out he's not a priest, so why is he trying so hard at this point? No one was expecting or asking him to say any prayers.
We gotta find Leota.
Bruce's impatience that only shows up to push the plot along when everyone else has forgotten about it.
What about the attic?
And he also knows exactly where the plot needs to go.
If this does not belong to you, do not turn another page.
I bet someone...
Oh my God.
Hey, there he is.
My God.
Yep. Also, Rosario Dawson breaks character, and the movie decides to just make it part of her character.
Ma'am, we can see you.
I know they've seen a bunch of crazy shit recently, but not enough to completely write off a sudden head in a ball as a normal development.
$3.
The movie never shows us how they give Jamie Lee Curtis's head $3. The movie has Jamie Lee Curtis, but chooses not to let her out of the crystal ball until the 57-minute mark, and then almost just as quickly puts her back in.
He has trapped 933 souls, but he needs 1,000 to complete the ritual that will let him escape this house.
Arbitrary number of souls needed to arbitrarily escape this arbitrary mansion is arbitrary.
He's got $9.99.
Problems, but a single fresh idea ain't one.
Every one of the deaths that happened in this house happened on a full moon, which means we have less than 4 days.
It also means that Bruce's lone character trait is that he has whatever knowledge is needed in that given moment.
Not just anyone can do a reverse seance.
Astral projection. Just say astral projection.
Arguing over the semantics of your flapdoodle claptrap blarney blather. This haunting is brought to you by Zatarans.
Talk to my dad today.
That's good.
He wants me to come visit, but I think it would make my mom feel bad.
Travis omits the part where his dad is a ghost, as if that would not be important information in a situation where everyone is being held hostage by ghosts. I'm impressed that they rhymed pond with beyond, but I know magic ipsum when I see it.
I've done it 1,000 times.
You see, you say it like that. Makes me feel like you've never done it.
Yes, I have. I've probably done it like 10,000 times.
Did my college girlfriend consult on this script?
Spirit, I come with curious intentions.
Coming with curious intentions.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
8, 9, it's the 10 commandments.
You know that life has no meaning, that we all end up in the dirt.
Except now you've shown Ben ghosts are a thing, and they're all over the place, and not everyone ends up in the dirt. Not sure how this helps your sales pitch. Also, now we have a discount Palpatine, voiced by Jared Leto, trying to seduce people to the dark side, and I hate everyone. Ben's running gets a bit uncanny right around the point when everything turns into CGI.
I mean, aren't there any rules?
You're preaching to the choir, Father.
And there's no way I could have gotten to where I've gotten without her.
Since he was an astrophysicist when they met, and now he's a tour guide, I think the sentiment here is a lot less endearing than we're being led to believe.
What was the cholesterol in that woman?
Whoa, pump the brakes, Danny. The gentleman never asks.
You know what would be fun? See him with skin.
Hassan Minaj manages to draw skin onto a skeleton, and it looks nothing like Dr. Michael Morbius, but will eventually lead them to Dr. Michael Morbius.
Alistair returned, a wealthy tycoon.
I see we have another old asshole that was able to pull a Great Gatsby because of gumption.
That required blood sacrifice to maintain his wealth and power.
Oh, I get it. Gumption is just a combination of generational wealth and magic. That's the real truth behind Grind Bros.
If you make it out, get to Crump Manor.
But if he's about to be trapped, why is this left up to him? Without any compelling evidence, Bruce assumes that Ben will be the one who is able to escape the house, and he ends up being right. If the ghost can create an explosion and some alligators, then why does it even give Ben and Travis a chance to escape? Why not just kill them immediately if that's the plan? In a valiant effort to honor the source material, we see the villain conjure up a bunch of shit that makes no sense.
Don't look down!
I get the sentiment, but I'm pretty sure when you've got to distance yourself from a hungry alligator, that is exactly when you should look down to make sure you're not about to be lunch.
Look, it's Kent!
Becoming hopeful because you spot Kent. If the ghosts can control the trees, then why can't they control the car?
This tour will take approximately 3 hours.
A 3-hour tour.
I do not trust any man who reads, nor any woman who ...
reads.
Alistair Crump would be excellent at CinemaSins.
This, comb here, did that belong to Crump?
No, that is a replica.
Feeling the need to create a replica of someone's comb.
Excuse me, I'm going to have to shut everything down. There's been a murder.
It's a comedy released between 2019 and 2023, so Dan Levy is contractually obligated to be in it, cliche.
Wait, what'd you say?
Oh, just some super convenient information that I serendipitously blurted out to help the story along. You're welcome. And we'll be in room 14 if you're into the lifestyle.
I can't fit in there.
Yeah, me neither.
Both Kent and Ben could easily fit in there.
This is a tunnel of terrors!
This is actually more of a crawl space. A maid who likes to misbehave now does so in her grave? A butler who'd often blunder can now enjoy 6 feet under? This guy's poetry was atrocious. Convenient crump cap covering crump cranium.
Those are my jalapeno poppers.
Look a lot like tots to me.
Mistaking jalapeno poppers for tater tots, or getting jalapeno poppers from Burger King. Take your pick. I choose both.
If we're not back in 2 hours, and I never thought I'd say this, call the police.
First off, 2 hours? You're gonna make Travis wait 2 goddamn hours by himself outside a haunted mansion? And second, how exactly do you think a kid calling the police telling them his mother and friends have been captured by ghosts will go down? Because it won't go down well.
I'm not even a priest.
In a movie with a ton of dumb revelations, this is somehow the dumbest. And that's just, well, dumb.
Yeah, everyone wants to think their house is haunted.
What? I sure as don't. So Danny DeVito. Oh, yogurt's using the Schwartz.
It's a full moon. Crump has all his powers.
Which makes you wonder why he doesn't just kill or incapacitate everyone right now instead of f***ing around with them. But here we are.
Thank you for your assistance, Professor.
He just lets him go. I'm beginning to think this guy might not be very good at being a villain.
There are 999 souls that reside here, but there's always room for one more.
Here's 999 sins for all this wink, wink, nod, nod bullshit. And I too can find room for one more.
His father is dead, Ben. Just over a year ago.
Surprise.
is actually whatever the total opposite of a surprise is.
Oh, good. And now he's conjuring up a ghost army.
Why hasn't he already conjured up a ghost army? At what point do we start owing MC Escher residuals?
You may not believe in yourself, but I believe in you.
But why? You've known Harriet for like 2 minutes. And also, Harriet's doubt in herself is one too many self-help stories for this overbloated movie to maintain. There are still somehow pieces of Alistair's hat that have not burned completely.
We'll be miserable together till there's nothing left.
I don't think this is as good an offer as you think it is, Ben.
Look at yourselves. Is this really how you want to spend eternity?
This is the worst case of getting Owen Wilson to death since You, Me, and Dupree. Trump probably could have won this thing if he wasn't wasting time and energy making footstones.
And believe me, I know a con when I see one.
Well, you still chose to be in this movie, so I'm not sure you do, Owen. We have no idea where Harriet came from or why she needed to ex machina her way in here on a ghost horse.
We still need a piece of the item.
And the movie needs a reason for Travis to Infinity MacGuffin this thing across the graveyard in a spectacularly underwhelming game of keep away.
This is your last chance to tell Alyssa that you love her.
This emotional flashback couldn't wait until after you kicked him in the hole.
Oh, we couldn't do it without you.
You could have 100% done it without fucking Bruce.
It's all right. Go on. Don't be scared.
They just helped that ghost steal someone's livelihood. No one told this group that surviving one paranormal ordeal doesn't mean you all need to live together like some kind of fucking cult.
I was voted as vice president of my class.
What? That's amazing.
Saying this instead of kids are fickle, silly creatures that do that stupid floss dance, so I wouldn't put too much stock in the quality of their judgments. Acceptance is overrated. Focus on science.
Come on, look away.
Are you here with somebody?
I am here with the bird.
Hey, I'm gonna light a vanilla candle, and it's gonna be a game changer.
I've been here the whole time.
What kind of psychopath just enters someone's house?
You weren't expecting to see old Roy in that bar, were you? Be honest.
It's fine, Gabby. I'm not afraid of a couple ghosts.
It'll swim up your ding-dong, and once it gets in, we can't get it out.
Medium. We're called mediums.
Oh, a medium.
You guys wear the same size t-shirt. That's cool.
He's got $9.99.
Tax included.
It's quite disappointing, but
Your mother sucks in hell. Crump. A murderer in life.
And an absolute animal in the sack.
No, that is my cane. I use it for deeply personal reasons.
Was this like a sex thing?
Say it again! I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what one more goddamn time.
Ben. No. No.
It's too late for you. You're already in the hole.